Hey, brat. Well, we left off here, and I'm starting to feel a little bit stuck because I feel like I've talked to everybody about everything. I may just have to... I don't know what I'm gonna do. This guy I haven't got enough stuff on, and of course I haven't even seen Boggy, and we've got an area of the map that I apparently can't get to. I can't imagine where we're going to get to. Seems like we ought to be able to get to it that way. Uh-oh. We're frozen. Oh no, oh no. What? Now how in the world did I get there? Could I have gotten there the whole time and I just didn't click on that arrow? Am I dumb? I might be dumb.
Sorry to interrupt. I can see that you're, hard at work.
You weren't here yesterday.
I know. I was in my office yesterday.
You're the detective, right?
I'm a detective.
So, that was your hat I saw blowing through here.
You spotted it too.
If you're good at your job, you may have realized that it's kind of dead around here. So, I generally notice magical floating detective hats. Oh, and don't worry, you look better without it.
How do you know?
Oh, I have a good imagination.
Okay. Tell me about
I
stuff.
didn't expect to see someone your age working in a place like this. But then again, I didn't expect there to be a place like this in a place like this.
I only started working here this year anyway. It's temporary. Just running the gift shop to earn a little extra money. Don't ask how I ended up here.
I'll save that question for a different day. You don't seem at home here exactly.
I hate it. This place is disgusting.
Come on, you don't think it's kind of beautiful?
You would say that. You only just got here. I'll get sick of it.
If I wasn't here, I'd be stuck in my office doing paperwork.
At least at your office, you don't have to bring spare clothes every day. It's impossible to leave this place without being covered in dirt.
Challenge accepted. When you have a moment free from your busy schedule, I need to ask you about last night.
I know, but it won't help. I worked here during the day, then left my gift shop and went home in the evening, same as every day.
You just leave your gift shop here when you go?
No, I put it in my pocket.
Yeah, seriously though, as much as I appreciate sarcasm, I think I'd get in trouble if I wrote something like that down in my notes.
Well, look, you've noticed the gift shop has wheels and you're thinking, oh, she's pretty lazy to leave it lying around. But if you want to try pushing this thing through the swamp, be my guest. And I can't lock it up, so I just leave it here overnight. Nobody's ever stolen any of this lousy merchandise anyway. I even left my spare clothes here when I went home last night.
You left them here? By the gift shop?
Yeah, it's no big deal. They were all still here this morning. Kind of.
Kind of?
I think someone played a stupid joke, and my spare black leggings were covered in some disgusting swamp slime when I found them in the bag this morning. If you're going to take my clothes and mess them up, then just keep them. I don't want them back. You know what I mean?
I absolutely do.
A pair of Sally's black leggings. Sally says someone played a joke on her since they are covered in it. I wonder what it could be. Sally left these leggings in her bag and left that bag in the swamp last night. Alright.
I have a theory that the murderer was wearing a costume. A homemade outfit designed to look like the swamp creature.
I've never seen anything so ridiculous. You'd never see me in that.
I know it's not exactly the latest fashion, but...
No, you'd never see me in that. It would cover me up entirely.
That's the point of a disguise?
Look, detective. When you have legs like mine, you don't want to be wearing disguises.
Is that why you always wear those black leggings?
You've only just met me and you're making assumptions about what I always wear?
Making assumptions is the fun part of being a detective.
Well, you're right. I always wear these.
So what can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
I didn't have one. I think I spoke to him twice, ever. He usually seemed really busy, but more like preoccupied.
Preoccupied? Like he was thinking about something else? Something that wasn't this tourist attraction?
Who can say? What do old men think about?
What? Are you implying that I know the answer to that?
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now.
Okay.
I can draw way better than that.
Can you show me?
There's no time. Maybe in the sequel.
Let's see. Anything? Oh,
This was taken near the forest at the back of the swamp, correct?
Yes, I think so.
Mm-hmm. The water is really clear back there. The legs of this thing are reflected in the bottom half of the photo. It's a nice shot, actually.
A reflection? Oh, yeah, of course. A reflection in the water.
I have no idea what that is.
okay.
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets? Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now. I have no idea what that is.
Let's see what she thinks of Echo.
Yeah, I have a pretty good view of him from here. Anyone supporting animal rights is okay in my book. His protests used to have a bit more energy, though. He spends more time inside his tent these days.
What's he doing in there?
I'm happy to say, I don't know.
There might be something I can ask Echo about. Echo spends less time holding the protest sign and more time in his tent. I wonder if Echo can tell me what he's been doing that's more
Aha!
important than
There
his
we go.
protest.
We've opened his challenge. Ha 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 ha. Okay.
It's a humble gift shop wagon. Let's take a look.
Yes, let's. Ooh.
Brightly colored boggy baseball caps. Is there something behind them?
Nice.
What on earth? This thing doesn't seem to belong here at all.
No, it does not.
It's some kind of roughly made costume head, I think.
I think that fabric looks like the
And
curtains.
there's a strange piece of red fabric stuffed inside. 2 clues for the price of 1, I guess.
We'll take it.
What on earth? There's a strange 2 clues.
Alright. So it's a headpiece from a homemade boggy costume, found hidden amongst the boggy hats in the gift shop. Has an unusual lining with a red swirly pattern that I really think we've seen on the curtains. The red lining, yeah, there you go. Red lining was a piece of ripped from some curtains. Folder says the design is in between the real creature and the cartoon character. Okay.
It's a humble gift shop. It's a map of the swamp. Mine seems a little older than this one, though. It's a framed drawing of Boggy. What a shame, it's not even signed.
Okay.
It's a photo of the swamp entrance. Or it could be a painting. There's really no way to tell. Boggy dolls, boggy toys, boggy postcards. Yeah, this stuff isn't half bad.
well. There we go. Alright, so now I can go and talk to Echo and see about his challenge question.
I heard you've been spending less time protesting recently and more time, in your tent. Normally I wouldn't pry, but it's my job to ask.
Untouched people have even noticed something like that. I usually get the impression everyone else is doing their best to ignore me.
So, you admit it's true?
You can put your notebook away. There isn't really any reason for it. Nothing worth writing down, at least.
Well, if it's not worth writing down, maybe it's worth hearing.
In that case, you'd forget it.
How do you know? Maybe it would echo in my mind.
Look, if you take a guess and get it right, I promise not to deny it.
Let's work out why Echo was hidden away in his tent. Notebook time.
Let's see.
You've been in your tent, hiding from Boggy.
Why not?
Huh. Why would he be hiding from Boggy? Doesn't even make sense. Okay, let's see. Actually, probably ought to get our ducks in a row with this liquid, even though we know exactly what it is.
Let's see. First, then tap the... And now, we... Got it! Now I know. I'll write it down. The swamps. It's the exact same liquid again.
Yes.
There's something about that green slime.
Okay. Let's see. Oh. Maybe this is it?
Weybridge's cauldron is proof that the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime. I don't get it. Seriously.
Okay, let's see. Don't know how to finish this sentence. It's not what they want. Oh.
The fireplace
There we
broker
go.
found at the crime scene and the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime. Sally's leggings. They link her with the crime scene. I'll have to ask her about it.
Okay, let's go ask her.
Hey,
The black leggings you found in your bag this morning. They're covered in the same slime that was on the murder weapon.
everything in this swamp is covered in slime. What's your angle, Grimoire?
Let's see.
Your black leggings were part of the murderer's costume.
Costume? Is that why someone took them out of my bag last night?
Well, you know, I don't have proof someone else took them.
If I had been wearing them when I committed a crime, do you think I would hand them over to a detective the second he shows up? Besides, look at them. What do you notice?
They're stretched all to pieces.
They're loose and stretched.
That's right, someone else. Someone larger than me has worn these. They're stretched out, especially at the waist. It's pretty obvious.
So, let's see. Somebody stole them to use in their boggy costume, and then put them back in your bag when they were done?
If you say so. It's not my job to know all the details. It's my job to sell souvenirs. Do you want a souvenir?
Oh, my, yes, but only if you choose one for me.
You look like you could use something to wind up. You can take this one.
Aww. Tap and hold on the toy to wind up. A small plastic toy sold at the gift shop has a cartoony appearance of Boggy. Boggy's feet are hidden in a bucket of water. Okay. Why would that matter?
I think it's time I went to talk to Officer James.
Oh, okay. Chapter 4. The beginning of the end.
You finally returned. Well, did you find the swamp creature? Where is he?
I didn't find him.
What? You're not getting paid to wander about aimlessly, Grimoire. Get back out there.
I don't need to.
Final chapter. Boggy's criminal record.
Why not? I thought he was our prime suspect.
Not anymore.
Didn't you find photographic evidence of Boggy from last night? Let me see that photo. If that's not Boggy, what is it?
I found designs for the costume in a trash can. Not only that, I collected all the pieces of the costume myself. Well, nearly all of them. There's still the one that...
But the footprints at the scene of the crime! How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature? How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature? How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature?
Well?
How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature?
Okay. Oh, the missing page.
What's this? I thought there were no records of a footprint anywhere.
No
that took me a
public
minute.
records. The footprints at the crime scene don't match the ones on this page. They were just a product of these slippers. A part of the costume.
There you go.
But Grimoire, this costume, it doesn't have claws of any kind. How do you explain the 3 wounds on the victim's chest?
Oh, I got that too, buddy. Right there.
Prongs match up with the wounds perfectly. The handle's even covered in slime, see?
Ah, but this swamp slime was one of the reasons Boggy became a suspect in the first place. Surely this only incriminates the creature further.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But that slime, it's not exactly what you think.
That's right.
This stuff is an uncanny resemblance to the so-called swamp slime. A bunch of it was stolen from the storeroom of the cafe, which reminds me,
What is that exactly?
a poisoned hot dog. It's the second reason that the murderer broke into the storeroom. He put this green powder on the entire supply, just to make sure.
To make sure of what?
To make sure Remington got ill and had to return to his office.
There we go.
Remington went back to his office? Alone?
Final chapter. The murderer. Oh no, just the murder.
I've been looking through your evidence, Grimoire. One piece in particular seems critical to me. I think we need to work
The
out.
video footage? Vincent Vanderpeer filmed it last night, at the exact moment of the murder, I believe.
Well, exactly. I think we can both agree these sounds in the background. They're essential in our mystery. Could you talk me through them? Just rearrange the descriptions on the left to match the sounds on the right.
Okay.
Drag them around and keep swapping until you're happy with the order. And if you want to hear the sounds again, you can tap on them.
No problem. I can always check my case file if I want to go over my notes.
All right. I think the ripping is this. The creaking. Let's see. Remington fires his hunting rifle. Let's see. Okay, opens the door. Remington sees Boggy. Remington fires at Boggy. Colbert drops the metal poker. Remington cries out, falls backward, rips the fabric as he falls, lands on the planks. Oh, this is... There we go.
I think that's it.
Ah,
I do too.
excellent. There's just two small details bothering me. First of all, if Remington ripped off a piece of his curtains, why wasn't it found at the crime scene? What happened to it?
It's in the Boggy head.
Turns out the murderer took that piece of fabric and concealed it inside the head of the costume.
Yeah.
Then he fled the crime scene to hide all the parts in different areas of the swamp.
Ah, well, that's my problem. If Remington fired his rifle, how did the assailant survive and manage to escape? Did Remington miss his target?
At point blank? A man of his experience? I don't think so. In fact, the answer to that question is the very last link in our chain. The one thing that has eluded me so far. I'll drag the clue items from the left onto my drawing here, and we'll see what happens when we compare the pieces I collect with the original design I found.
Okay. Oh, we're missing body pieces, aren't we? Hello.
Wait,
I am
you
the
never
murderer.
found the body piece, the torso.
You're right, and I never would have found it, not lying around. Not like the others.
But what does this have to do with the murderer surviving the rifle shot?
It's less
This
padding.
torso is probably made up of some thick material, something covering the culprit's entire upper body. I believe it may have even been enough to
To soften the impact from a bullet. Aha!
Oh, it's Echo,
Exactly.
isn't it?
Well, let's put your theory to the test. Where is that last piece of the costume? How? We looked everywhere. Not a single clue.
Echo's
Simple.
still wearing it.
He's still wearing it.
Ah.
I don't know what you want with me. Sounds like you two were smart enough to uncover the real criminal in this swamp, and lucky enough to have somebody else deal with him for you. You worked it out. He had his rifle on him. He got half a glance at me and pulled the trigger without hesitation.
But why would he do that? You were dressed as Buggy. He shouldn't be
Yes.
pointing his gun at a unique scientific specimen. Not
No.
to mention his main attraction.
That's right.
You're right. It doesn't make
It
sense.
doesn't make sense, does it? Not unless you're in on the secret.
Is Echo part of the... Yeah.
hunting photo leads me to believe Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy.
The hunter and the hunted. It keeps saying the final chapter.
A secret society, an order of hunters, seeking out mysterious and elusive creatures.
The order goes further than this one man, and much further than this one swamp.
The whole thing is kind of distressing. I knew something was wrong as soon as I stepped into that office.
I'm glad you finally come around. It's not just
But what about Remington? He was a member of this order?
He made Boggy his own personal project, his own obsession. For years he hunted the creature, the potential perfect addition to his collection.
But he owned the tourist attraction. He set it up himself, didn't he?
He did. It was just his way of forming a legal loophole. Since the area became protected, he and his friends were unable to come here for hunting anymore. Boggy's Bog was just a front for his own little game. A man pursuing a creature.
A creature that might not even exist.
And that's why Remington kept a rifle nearby at all times?
Well, exactly. He didn't want to take any chances.
Now, don't you see? I did this place a service. Did Boggy a service. That creature, he can live in peace again.
Can he? You tried to frame him for murder. You wanted everyone to think he was some kind of ruthless predator?
Well, think about it. Once he became suspected of murder, they'd have no choice but to shut this whole place down. Everyone would finally realize they had no business here.
How can you know what Boggy wanted? He might not be what you're...
Detective,
It's
finished. Well, don't be angry. You should be glad. It's finally time to leave the swamp. You have another job to do.
Well,
I don't know.
Not that it makes any difference to somebody like you, but I never intended to kill him. Just to scare him. Convince him Boggy wasn't going to let him live here in peace any longer. But, true to form, he had his rifle on him. You worked out the rest yourself.
Well, Mr. Everstone, I'm afraid you'll still have to come with us. Fortunately, there's a police station just a few miles down.
What?
Wait!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's Boggy. Oh.
Looks like you solved more than one mystery tonight.
Well, there you go. Detective Grimoire. Let's say Aaron Hansen.
Grimoire.
Oh,
Well, what did they decide to do?
We had Mr. Everstone questioned. He was happy to tell us everything he knew.
excellent.
A number of rumors going around the department have been confirmed.
And Remington's office?
Searched down to the last detail. And, well, we agree with you. But I know what you're thinking. I'd love to put an end to it, just the same as you. But there's always...
Are we going after them?
We'd better be.
Nice. There you have it, John G. Detective Grimoire. I am going to have to look for a sequel now, I guess. Try not to get aggravated with me for all the first sequel parts that I've been doing. I don't mean to. All right, that's it for Detective Grimoire. Bye, Brett.